Roger has now been put in place of Birmingham's all-time 11. Well, there we go. Wow. Talk us through some of those players, please.
Yeah, do you know, I've been hammered for it. All the mates are sending me out if I could wiggle with it. But no, I'm quite proud of that, to be voted in the history of the club. Yeah, it's nice. It's sunk in this week. I've been sending, like I said, by a load of people. And I think it just sunk in today. So Dave said you're mad not putting out from the screen, so thank Dave that he's there. But no, it's a nice feeling. There's a lot of my team in there, to be fair. Barry Ferguson, Stephen Carr, that I'm blocking out in my jacket. But no, it's a nice feeling, really nice feeling.
We'll talk a little bit about Birmingham a bit later on, but I've got a Wikipedia over the last couple of days. Early start to football, you were at Portsmouth and Bournemouth before you got eventually signed for Wycombe.
Yeah, look, football was my dream, my life. As a young kid, I wasn't great at school, wanted to be a footballer. Put all my eggs in one basket. I'm sure a lot of you are very near, I'm sure there's a lot of Villa fans. Look, was I great? Yeah, I was okay. I made a 21-year career out of wanting to win. Yeah, I did my job. I must have been okay at football, but my mentality and my will to win was the biggest part of my package. So yeah, that's how I kind of got on the ladder. I set out. That's what I want to do. School teachers, Sunday league managers telling me you won't make it. Me being me, I was like, I bet I do. So that was my.
Well, in terms of making it, you were the youngest ever EFL centre half, and you were the youngest EFL player for Wycombe in the history, and still today hold the record.
Yeah, again, nice. I'm old now, 42. I made my debut at 16 in the old First Division, so it wasn't League 1 or League 2 back then, it was the old First Division in 1999. So no, I'm not Trevor Benjamin away at Cambridge and 1-2-1. So.
Do you remember the centre forward, and what sort of game did he give you?
Well, it was big. They pissed the league that year. Trevor Benjamin got his big money move to Leicester, I think it was. So no, me, the skinny, that was 16-year-old in the shirt, 8 ties are too big for him. No, it was good to go and win on your debut. It was a massive achievement.
And you were part of the iconic Wycombe, if you all remember, and getting all the way through to the semi-finals, beating Leicester in the quarter-finals. Yeah. And you were part of that team as a 16-year-old.
Yeah, I was part of the squad, in and out. Yeah, Rory Sando, we bought him off. I think he was Telly-Sams, he was garbage, but he's remembered for that header away at Leicester. But I was on the bench for the semis. Well, not you and Mod, but the scout against Liverpool. But I didn't make the squad. I was young, but I was learning my trade, and every chance I got, I tried to take. But yeah, the senior players kind of take precedent when you're that young. So no, I'm just grateful to be involved at such a young age.
And you played under Tony Adams as the manager when you was at Wycombe. What was he like to play for? And for your trade, you played under a lot of centre-half managers, didn't you?
I did. Well, how can I word this guy?
Absolutely. Tony Adams like that?
The space cadet. Absolutely space cadet. When he came in, I thought, brilliant. Right. Completely football, centre half, teach me a lot of fucking what a weird man. Weird man. He one of them guys that he came in, ex-alcoholic, everything had to be done by counselling. I just got winning. So when I lose my head and I'm screaming at refs and the players, and he pulled me in one day, he said, look, you've got anger issues. I was like, okay. So I got sent off after 13 minutes. I called the linesman at CUNC at the old Whitney Stadium, and just that second I said that, I said, get your flag up, you CUNC. The whole you couldn't hear a pin drop. All you heard was me. So I got sent off after 13 minutes. He pulled me in on a Monday. He said, look, you've got a choice to make. You can either go and see someone in Southampton. This is September month. You can go and see someone in Southampton from now every Thursday to the rest of the season, or take a 2 weeks wage fine. I said, I'll take the fine. I didn't even think of literally, I didn't even think about it. And he just didn't work me out. I like winning, and I get irate when I'm not. And I try and galvanise everyone around me. Yeah, I scream and shout and swear, but that's just coming from an angle of not wanting to lose. But it was another story on that. I played in the FA Cup final years later. He was at Portsmouth, didn't make it as a manager, by the way. And he said, I got you wrong. So that was quite nice. He actually admitted that he got me wrong and said, well done on your career so far. And yeah, said a wally though.
I mean, as we follow your career, the Wycombe fans in 2003-2004 season voted you the players' player, fans' player, and overall they still speak of you very fondly. You must have had a good rapport with the Wycombe fans.
Yeah, no, I was grateful for a start in football. Got released from Portsmouth as a schoolboy and thought, shit, now what do I do? Thought my life was over. Luckily, I was playing for the county and for Dorset, and there was a Wycombe scout there. Cut a long story short. Give me a YTS. I went up for a week's trial. They offered me one, and I played in the first team within my first season. So, yeah, I'll always be grateful to Wycombe for giving me my chance, and Laurie Sanchez, the manager, put the faith in me.
The Wycombe chairman on his Wikipedia said the best thing we did in 2006 was sell him for 275,000 because it saved the club. So and they said that was the big move that you had then into Cardiff. You paid a nice fee of 275,000 in 2006. Quite a bit of money then.
Yeah, back then it was, and I think Wycombe were grateful. I'm sure we'll go on to it when I moved again. That they had a set-on clause, and yeah, it helped them out massively. But yeah, 275 grand to step up from League Two then to the Championship, unproven. Yeah, it was an exciting move for me.
So for us, people who watch football and love football, just tell us, how does the transfer work? How do you speak to the managers? What about an agent? What's the whole process like from moving from Wycombe to a bigger club at Cardiff?
Yeah, look, you hear it on the papers and this, that, and the other. My agent said, look, there's interest, you're doing well. And I'd done my shift. I wanted to get higher. I'd done my shift at Wycombe. I was there from a 16-year-old. Unfortunately, left when I was 23. There was talk of it before that. I got injured. But look, it was there. They'd made the bid. Agent organised it all, took my mum and dad up there. It was a big thing for me to step up two divisions. As you know, football fans, the Championship is a brutal league, so to go into that unproven was a challenge. But yeah, embraced it. Absolutely loved it, and that's 3 really good years. And
you partnered the Dutch international Glenn Lovrens at Cardiff, and you made a bit of a strong back four together.
Yeah, we did. It was similar to me and Scotty at Blues. Me, Glenn hit it off. 2 young lads, both love winning, both love heading, tackling, smashing people, and it worked.
I think Dave said that he should have been in the other way around, and you should not got in the. He's got that missed out on your place.
Well, I'll put all in everyone's shade. He wasn't even on the short list, so there you go.
Well, I think if anyone watches football recently, we've seen the fact that long throw-ins are back in vogue, and scoring goals in corners. But you scored 22 goals in 183 appearances for Cardiff, and you're renowned as a goal scorer in centre half. That be fair?
Yeah, bless him. Was a very good footballer. Again, Villa fans, I'm sure there's loads of you in it. He caught me in my move, to be fair. Yeah, I scored a lot of goals. I think there were 10 one season in the Championship when he ran 11 World Cup, every year. 11 wing my head.
I think so.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, just me and him had an understanding where he would just put the ball exactly where I wanted it, and to score I love blocking shots with my head. That's a goal to me. I'm a centre half, and I love blocking stuff. So to get on the end of a cross and get a winner or get a goal it's an extra bonus. But Wilson, I believe he had a lot to do with me getting a move that at the end of that season and my time at Cardiff, because goal scoring centre half, so that's come by.
And you touched on it before, a narrow defeat to Portsmouth in the FA Cup.
Yeah, we got to the FA Cup, against Portsmouth, and we were in the champ, they were in the Prem. Hell of a team they had. Lost 1-0, and I was heartbroken to get to a major competition and lose. Was tough, but we'll move on to the
An unusual bit, April 2009 saw an amusing incident. You played at Crystal Palace and you got an elbow in the throat and you hospitalised for a few days.
I was in there. Yeah, Cole Davies, coward. I think he knew that I was a threat at the corners and totally off the ball, just elbowed me somewhere. He thought, it caught me right in the larynx, and I was in intensive care for 7 days. Was told, it was scary, couldn't breathe, and doctors had to, I don't know what the disease is called, but get there into my lungs, and I literally couldn't breathe. So that was a scary moment. I was more annoyed that it ended my appearance run, that I couldn't play the following game. But
well, not a bad year 2009. Even after that one, sort of big move then from we'll be talking then for Cardiff into the Blues of Birmingham for a reported £5 million.
Yeah, that was the mecca to get to the Premier League. From starting at 16 to get to the Premier League was the main goal from the get-go. So that was a very, very proud moment for me, for my family, mum, dad, who just spent their lives taking me here, there, and everywhere to hopefully make it. And that was a really big day to sign for Blues.
So first day of training, Tony Capaldi said in a press conference that he believed that you was captain material and you was probably one of the best signings to Birmingham. There was also the time there was suggestions of an England claw.
Yes, I mean, in the years I was there, I had 5 call-ups for England. Never got a cap. I'd wear it everywhere if I did get a cap. But no, look, that's when I got away. I was involved with camps and training, and unfortunately never got across the line with the cap.
2011 saw another Wembley appearance, and this time a little bit of success against Arsenal.
Massive success, massive. To go there against Arsenal, massive underdogs, and they thought they were there and win. They did, and we had a solid team. Weren't great, we were good at what we did, and to go there and beat Arsenal, I'm a Chelsea fan, as you can tell, I'm not from the business. So to go there and beat Arsenal, it's a massive feat, and like I said earlier, to be in the FA Cup final or lose, to never think you get another chance to get to a major final, to go there and win was just, it was.
Norwich scoring goals and set the first one up. You headed back across the goal and scored it.
Yeah, Big Ziggy gets the credit, but just got a flick on the post and big man finished it.
So other highlights,
just before we go, that is the last trophy that was ever won by Midlands team in the Midlands. Just for you.
Hence why you're up on the stage. I'm quite surprised the next one that Dave Green actually gave you a job, because you scored the last minute winner Birmingham against Villa in the Second City derby.
I thought it was a winner, it was a draw, wasn't it?
Oh, you got the winner. Wikipedia says winner. Yeah. Last minute draw then.
Yeah, no, to score against the Scum was always a big feat. But look, then derbies are unreal to play. And I know we have the banner and Winner Hate Blues and likewise, but them derbies are just unreal. I've been fortunate enough to play in a few derbies like Swansea, Cardiff. Here else have I played in? There's a couple, Charlton, Millwall. But that derby is toxic. They hate each other, and you can feel it. You can feel it on the pitch, and yeah, I love all that. I love it.
Clearly loved by the Blues fans. And but 2011 seen a move not far down the motorway to Wolverhampton under another centre half, Mick McCarthy.
Yeah, I mean, we'll skip quite quickly past this one. Anyone fans in here, I apologise. It just didn't work out.
Well, there was talk that Arsenal had come in for you as well at that time, hadn't there? Just before the move, and Arsenal come in for you as well.
Yeah, no, there was talk of it, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, but as I said earlier, I kind of made it to the Premier League quite late. Mick was hounding me on my summer holidays. I had a round of golf with him in Barbados. You like it there, Mike, down there? Been a few times. I don't know, I couldn't take the gamble of a 5-year contract from Wolves and then just hanging my hopes that maybe something else might happen. So, look, Mick spoke well. He's one of them guys that, wanted to have a run through football for England. It just didn't work out. It didn't work out. I signed my biggest contract on the biggest money at our boys, and it just never worked. The team weren't good enough, and in that period, I wasn't good enough.
John Woodward has just informed me that although you are in the Wolves, the Birmingham Ball team stand, you are the second hated Wolves player.
Second, I'll take that.
Apparently, Jamie O'Hara is lost me.
Yes,
and to be fair, Jamie O'Hara.
Yeah, that's fair.
And relegation occurred. The arrival of Kenny Jackett saw you back on the transfer market and some loans from Wolves. What was your time away from the Wolves loans? Was it Sheffield Wednesday?
Yeah, Sheffield Wednesday, West Ham, and that's how mad football is. Right, I was absolutely horrendous at Wolves. I don't know why. Everything I did was wrong, and Golovkin shots as I normally would. They'd go in off my arse. It didn't work out. And being captain, I kind of took the heat, which is okay. And I had to take off my chin, but the loan moves, I just had me back again, and then went to Sheffield Wednesday, played 17 games on loan for them, and I think we won 12 of them and 3 draws. And then, because I played so well there, I got a loan move to West Ham. So, yeah, it was weird. It was really weird. I don't know what it was with Wolves. It just didn't work out. So I was grateful to get out on loan and get me back and start playing again and start playing well again.
Culminating with the famous Soccer AM interview, where you told them the world what it's like to be ostracised from the club and training at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and training on your own.
Yeah, it was a tough period, really tough. They wanted us out. I wasn't the only one. There was sort of 7, 8, 9 of us. I made it difficult. They wanted us to slip up or make a mistake, and they was coming in training at like 2:30 when not around the first team lads. But that's football. We knew what they were doing. We were earning money, getting paid a third whack for not playing for the first team. So I get it. Years on now that it happens, and yeah, it's part of the story. It's part of the journey.
Part of the journey, you went for A licence, which not many people know about you, and then you did some coaching at Bromley.
Yeah, so my next 30 years, I wanted to be stay in football. I wanted to retire and then play as long as I can first, and then my next 30 years I wanted to be as a coach or manager, and then through another whole a different side of the fence to where I'd been. So I did then badges, got all my badges. I wanted to do that. Started at Bromley with the 23s, stepped up to the first team. But I was obviously in London. I still live in Sutton. So I did that for 2 years, and then me and my missus were hanging by a thread. So she was like, "Look, you either come home or So I kind of had to make that decision. I went out on my own and got the Brackley Town job in the National League North. And did really well. Crazy. And this is one of my main decisions for leaving football. We were fourth in the league with 4 games to go, and I got sacked after a run of games where we hadn't won for 4 or 5 games. But that's football, and I just thought, you know what? I've had enough. I took my life and soul into this job for the last year, and that's the kind of respect. With 4 games to go, got sacked because we hadn't won in 5. So, no, I made the decision, and Mr. Green and Will Stokes down there were a massive part of that. So we'll move on to that. I'm sure.
Yeah, I suppose, obviously, Dave has given you the opportunity now. You run the Demolition division, senior sales guy over his place. What's the traits that you've brought from your football and that goes into your day-to-day job now of sales, Demolition sales, plant hire, basically anything that Dave's got, you'll go out and assist clients with?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. I rang one of my Will, sat down there, I said, oh, fucking hell, she's got me dog walking, food chopping, hoovering. I said, what's down there? What do you do? I knew he worked at Green now, so he said, leave it with me, So I had a meet with Dave, and we kind of hit it off. And he just said, look, there's a phone, there's a car, go and get into your network of people and see if you like it. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love what I do now. Totally different to what my life has been. I love you lot. The demo boys are more my people. So, yeah, we do a fair bit with a few people in this room. Want more, clearly. We're good at what we do, so give us a go.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that I've talked to Dave about is the fact that he's gave you this opportunity, and you've got hard-working people in there. And that's obviously driven from your background.
Yeah, for sure. I like winning, so when I get an order, or Dave he knows how to play me, he thinks I don't know, but I know what he's doing. He's like, oh, you won't get in with Carl Ones, or you won't get in with GBM. So internally I'm so angry, I'm like, that's good Will. So, he knows exactly what he's doing, and it just works. I love nothing more than getting the order, getting a new company on a green power. And I just lay it down and I'm like, okay, completely, what's next?
Okay, so final question before maybe I have a couple of questions, and I'm probably getting pushed a bit of time. One of the people described you as a character, one is as an old-fashioned centre half. If you had your time again, would you change anything, or would you just say, fuck it, I'm happy what I did?
No, look, I'm grateful for my era. I think football's come on. I'd be in prison. The tackles I used to make, the old Bill, he waves me every Saturday night. The game's evolved. You can't swear at refs, you can't tackle hard. It's a massively different game. So I'm grateful for my era. I wouldn't change an absolute thing. But I've said loads of times, I wouldn't change a thing. Probably mindset a little bit more and think. You can't think about what's ahead. You think about the here and now. And I'm grateful for such a long career. And let's move on to bigger and better things with Greenbow.
And we just got to thank obviously Dave Green for he does all this for us free of charge. Dave sponsors the IDA and was a massive support. So thanks to Roger, thanks to Dave, and thanks for his time out here. Thank you very much.
Cheers, guys. People.
Thank you.